Hello. Hey guys. So tonight, Armigers, that's the plan. That's what we're going to do. And let's see. Hi. Okay, so tonight we're just going to do this. I've been kind of working with some of the vampire counts, the soul blight grave lords. And I think this is going to be the next thing I'm going to paint. Maybe that or maybe some other vampires, but I don't know. I might get distracted in Age of Sigmar for a bit. But I've had these guys for a while. I kind of wanted to get them done and out there. And I have another one of those boxes which has a knight in it and then 4 other armigers. And so I figured I should facilitate myself with these guys. I kind of wonder, should I do them in sub-assemblies or not? They have a lot of armor plates. Probably not. Probably just to go with black and then dry brush silver and then play with that. Or maybe prime it all in silver. Don't know. But anyways, okay, let me adjust the camera down onto the mat here. Zoom out a little bit, or maybe scoot it back a little. There. All right, this is what we will work with tonight. Also, hello. Let me get these started. I put one set of these together back a while ago. And I made them into Helverins. So these I'm going to make into the Warglaive, those guys there. One base. Do we have the other base? Oh, there's the other base. Are these 75 millimeter? I don't know. Okay. All right. I think I'll build these guys simultaneously. Instead of one and another, just do both at the same time. Here are the decals. So, pretty cool. I've only painted one other knight. I think it was a paladin. I don't know anything about the houses. And these directions got a little bit messed up. Okay. Instructions. So Warglaive and Helverin. I wonder how shooty the Helverins are. First page. There's the Warglaive. So Melta and Chainfist. Look at their stats. In case anybody is caring, there's the final page. It's okay. Strength 7, -2, 3 wounds. It's not bad. And then some stubbers. Well, the melted gun is pretty good. And 30-inch range. I mean, that's still really good shooting. So this basically has 2d3 shots at strength 7, -2, 3 wounds. Okay. Get back down a little bit. Okay. So yeah, I'm going to make 2 Warglaives since I've got 2 Helverins. Start A23. All right, we're going to build both of them at the same time. Where's my nips? There. I need to sharpen these at some point. Just use the old aluminum foil trick. And here's 7. Okay. These here. So hello. Happy New Year. I don't know if you can see it, but the Christmas tree is still up behind me. We're probably going to keep it up until February. I don't know. Reluctant to let Christmas be done and over and gone. Oh, missed one. So I think these are just the torsos right now. I don't know. Have you guys ever put together these guys? Like, should I do them in sub-assemblies with the armor or not? I don't know. And also, hey, thank you for the thumbs up. I appreciate it. All right. Clean these up a little. I've never actually played a game with knights yet. The biggest thing I've ever actually used in a game was a Bane Blade. Blade Blade. That was pretty fun because it was a kind of a small scale game where people had 500 points, and the Bane Blade was sort of like a neutral force in the middle, and it's 3 groups of 500 points that are fighting over an objective. And there are Marines, there was Orcs, and there were Tau. And I got to roll all the dice and choose its targets. They were telling me it was like kill team, but not kill team. That was a while ago. I think that was 2 years ago. Back in the old house. Also, hello guys. We're putting together some Armigers tonight in the Helverin variant. And I'm just taking it piece by piece, going to try to build both of them at the same time. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to sharpen my nips up because they got some ragged cuts here. Yeah, I put together my first Age of Sigmar models after Christmas. Got some Soul-Blight Grave Lords, although I'm using them for Old World. So they got the square bases. Okay. Glue. All right, so they go like this. How old are these? 2017. I always like the later models or the later figures because they fit so well together. Like these do. These are fitting really well together. Oh, hey, Vanzig. Oh, cool. Yeah. I just use the little plastic hose that comes in the bottle. But how you doing? How's your Christmas? How's your New Year's? Keeping busy. Still working on the Horus guys, the Primarchs. Oh, I missed a spot on this guy. Okay. Okay. That's probably a smart way to do that, though. Glass pipettes. That's good. I went into a game store ways back, and there was actually, I think the owner was in at the time, and there was actually some kerfluffle with somebody using a the older version of like the Land Raider. Yeah, they would not let the guy use what is the Land Raider Proteus or something, and they made a decent argument for it in a way, in that the dimensions were much more different or something. Oh, knights or custodians, yeah, those you can just. I think they're independent of it. Yeah, the old Proteus, isn't it like, wasn't it a good 3 or 4 inches shorter? Not 3 or 4 inches, I'd say 2 or 3, 2 or 3 inches smaller. All right, first step. But I've actually been working, my wife got me some Age of Sigmar figures that I've been putting together. They are so nice. Yeah. See, I could kind of see that, but I've always been like, I don't know. Like people arguing, like I remember somebody arguing like you can't use Primaris guys with rhinos because they don't fit in something. It's just like, man, I don't know. But size of the base, size of the profile, that matters. But I could definitely see it with Gazgul, considering he has definitely a huge difference in prominence. Yeah. Well, it's also like, I don't know. I mean, rhinos do look pretty small compared to the Primaris guys now. So, but then rhinos always looked kind of small, even when, with the old 28mm guys. Because I was always wondering, like, how do they squeeze 10 guys in there? Especially, in Power Armor and everything. Yeah. But then isn't the Impulsar, though, does not seem to be that much bigger to me. It's got that open back, which I suppose in a way makes some sense, but that's not exactly really too helpful. Yeah. Maybe if they changed it, to make it, like you're saying, a difference in the number of them. They really are trying to streamline things. I mean, do you remember way back when they had the first few boxes of rhinos, and you could get like 3 of them in one box. I always thought that was kind of interesting because they were leaning into these units should be mechanized. Marines should be fully mechanized. Actually, I think I've got that. That's upside down. Yeah, that's upside down. Okay, that fits. Yeah, they want to sell the new vehicles. I don't know. I look at the new vehicles and I'm still kind of bouncing off them. I don't like their, but maybe that's just nostalgia. But the Land Raider and the Rhino feel, more iconic to me. There. And then this goes on the back, like so. Does it go like so? It sneaks inside there. And then this falls off. You bugger. Yeah, that's true. Well, but they're not officially, Primaris size. They're supposedly by the lore, they're still the old size, but yeah. Okay, this goes inside here. I think I've got this at too much of an angle. There. There. I'm just going to glue from the inside. Okay. It's all right. Oh, can they? Yeah, the Havocs are pretty huge too, aren't they? I like them. I have to admit, like putting together those handful of Chaos Space Marines that I got. I was tempted to get that box set for Christmas, but no, I was good. Because I know, like, last thing I need is another army. Come on. The yeah, well, no, there's the one that was the Chaos Space Marine box, Christmas box set, which came with like a Rhino and Obliterators, Legionaries, Havocs, and then some Spider Bot, and oh yeah, there's those new ones. Yeah, I haven't really looked at those, but yeah. Well, the corn one is just a bunch of demons, isn't it? And like bloodletters, they used to come for $50 for 20. At least last time I recall. All right, let's see. Now we need main armor. Yeah, 20-year-old bloodletters. I don't know. In every single game I've played, I've never really liked bloodletters. They always seem to be very glass cannon, and their cannon is not big. Not big enough cannon to really do a good amount of damage. Even in like Warhammer Fantasy, they had the benefit of they did like 1d3 wounds, but very rarely did they hit character models, so didn't really do a lot. Okay. So I need 11, 12, and 10 and 12. Those be over here. Okay. Okay, 10 and 12, 10. Okay, 11's on the right, 10's on the left. Here are the 12s. Let's see. And the way they teleports. Yeah. Yeah, I always felt like they had really bad durability, and they had the problem like in Warhammer Fantasy where they lose and they lose a battle, then they disappear. Like back when they used the undead rules for the intangibility ones. I was like, yeah, this did not seem capable of doing enough damage or holding the line. But maybe that's changed. Okay. This is the second 10. Ooh, second 11. Yeah. I mean, the only time I could see it make sense was when was it second edition fantasy where you could summon them and you could basically bring them into the battle. And so they were basically free. And for free, they're good, but, or well, however many magic cards you invested into them. But yeah. Or didn't you have to do a ritual at some point for them way back when? So what have you been working on lately? Did you get the Primarchs done? Or at least all set up? Oh, I didn't get the other. I gotta get these others. It's like, why do I only have 2 of these? Excuse me. That's cool. You should take a group photo once you get them, or recreate the that mural, or as much as you can. That one's rough. Okay. I didn't do too much painting over the holidays. I just did the that one vampire that I posted up earlier. Was it today or yesterday? That one vampire yesterday, and I got a couple other vampires I was working on. Oh, Armigers in the Combat Patrol? No, they weren't. These were ones that I got a while ago because initially I wanted to do a bunch of Imperial Knights. And so I got like 2 boxes of these guys and a Knight and a Dominus one, the bigger Knight. And now the Combat Patrol coming up is going to be the next Combat Patrol. I looked ahead and cheated. It's just 20 orcs, 20 orc boys. That's the next one. And some paints, which, hey, cool. It's always fun to have more orcs, but yeah. Okay, these are the 10s. 10s go on the left side. I should probably put these on first. Okay, this is the top. Oh, I missed a spot. Did I shave these? No, I did not shave these yet. Oh, you mean the action figure from Joy Toy? Are you talking about that night? Dude, those are like $600. Oh nope, Night Porphyria. Oh, those. Okay, oh, they've got like that big carapace and the two big guns. That one, I think, and the real stocky legs. Yeah, Giga las cannons. Yeah. How much are you paying for it, if I may ask, for the from China? China. Okay, nice. Is it resin or is it FDM or plastic? This goes this way. Is it right? This doesn't feel like it's right. Oh, there, no. Oh, there we go. There we go. That's perfect. And then it makes a nice snap. Well, shoot, now I feel bad. Like I have to glue it from here. Nope. Oh, very cool. There. Ta-da. Let's get the other one. You have to let me know how it turns out. Not a bunch of thin things like, yeah. Wait, like the aircraft? What aircraft are you talking about? There. Man, that went on really quick and easy. These are nice kits. That's pretty nice. Okay, let me put all these onto portions, which goes the way up. It looks like that's the way up. Stick. Oh, right, the Storm Eagle. I remember you got something, but I couldn't remember what it was. For some reason, I was thinking, wasn't that big, the big Tau one? And I'm like, no, you don't play Tau. I remember somebody was talking to me about mantas way back when. Well, not way back when, a few months. The Storm Eagle looks cool. I actually kind of like it a little bit better than the Thunderhawk. Do you remember the old Thunderhawk? Oh wait, the big Tau robots. Well, yeah. The Tau Unar, domination robot or whatever it's called. That thing is cool, and I just want to someday in a game, I want to roll that many dice for that much destruction. But I mean, that's why I've got to, the Warlord printed out. It's like I just want to roll crazy amounts of dice one day. I don't care if I win. All right. That looks good. Why is that so rough? Did I do something to that? I mean, ultimately, that's what every 40K player wants to do, is just roll a ton of dice and make somebody take off all their miniatures. Why is that going in? There. All right. He's got his pipes. He needs his pipes. Oops, that's the wrong one. Yeah, I got one of the Taunar printed out by an acquaintance who's kind enough to do, like, he does printing by the plate, and so it still took a good chunk of time. Still, those are nice figures. The Riptide, and I printed out arms for the Hammerhead. I think it's called, not for the Hammerhead. What's the one that doesn't have arms? I forget that one. But you can get arms printed out for it. It looks much cooler. All right, now we need A1 and A19. Which one looks like just a handlebar, some kind, or not a handlebar, maybe like a safety bar. All right, this is one. Broadside, I don't know if it's the broadside. No, broadside has arms. It's the one that's up from that. It's some not Riptide. It's, I don't know. It's the one that has like 2 chicken legs, a gigantic cannon. I think it has a 2 legs, gigantic cannon, a whole bunch of missiles, or like missile pods instead of arms. At least that's what I think it is. All right, I think this is mislabeled. It says I'm looking for 19, and yeah, this is mislabeled. This part is supposed to be 19, but it is 27 on the sprue. This little handlebar thing, safety rail. Storm Surge, that's it. Thank you. It's got the little stilts for bracing it. But yeah, there's you can 3D print out arms for it, and instead of having the gun on its shoulder, it brings it down, and so it's holding it like a cannon, and it makes it look. So, you know what? I'll go get it. Give me a second. Be right back. Okay. There. That is him. That is the Storm Surge. Oh, hey, Jack. What's up, man? Building Krieg right now. Oh, hey, that'd be great. Yeah. Krieg are fun. Are you building the kill team? Because that thing, the Krieg kill team is complex and took me forever. But anyways, this is the Storm Surge, and if you can see, the black parts were 3D printed on an FDM printer, and they actually go well. It was a 0.2 nozzle, and so you get this, and you put the missile racks up here, and then you got arms, and then holding the cannon. And so I was really happy to get these STLs. I can't remember the name of the dude who did it though. But anyways, how far along are you on your? Oh, you just bought a few individual boxes. Death Riders. Oh, what do you think of the Death Riders? How was that build? Did you like it? I thought they were really well put together. Like they were much better for me than the kill team. But then the kill team just had so many options, you know. It was very cool. But anyways, this is the dude. If you're still there, Vanzig, I'll show you again later. There. How long have you been in the hobby, Jack? Because they can be Well, the Krieg guys are small. That's the main thing. Like compared to Marines, they have smaller guns and smaller bits. But right now, I'm just putting together these Armigers. I'm going to make them the Helverin variant with the Melta-Gun or Melta-Cannon. At least that's the plan. I'm not sure if I'll get like fully through them tonight. I hope so. What time is it? Oh, it's only 8 o'clock. Heck, we got plenty of time. Nice. Krieger, pretty great. Are you going to have a heavy armor, or are you going to be focusing on the infantry? Okay. So this nozzle goes on the front here like that. Well, that fits nicely. That's like really nicely fit. That's where the head goes, I reckon. All right. Yeah, when I'm doing a bunch of little guys like Kriegers, I find it's always like I go, instead of trying to do like completing one figure at a time, I try to do in phases. And so like do everybody's first step, everybody's second step, everybody's third step, and get, all the pieces done. So everybody has, torso and legs and arms, etc. Because I get confused or distracted. How does this go? Yeah, that looks right. Except I just pushed it out of place. There. Stick. Is that right? How does this look in the picture? Oh, I've got it reversed. It goes the other way. Rogel Dorn, that's a very good tank. Yeah. Although, did you know that the Rogel Dorn, it does not have a bottom piece? So if you flip it over, it's completely open. So you can actually, if you have a friend who has a 3D printer, you can print a piece to close it up. Because I know that would like drive me crazy. Or you can just fashion something from plastic art if needs be. There. All right. There's that. Let's see. All right, next I have to do the groin ecological area. Let's see. 31, 33, 2 and 3, and 32. Where is that? It's not on this sprue. No, that one. No, this one. No. Here we go. This is the leg sprue. Here. You could do that. That's probably a smart idea. Are you going to magnetize for the extra guns? I have to admit, I did not magnetize my Rogel Dorns because I don't like the double battle cannon. I just don't like the look of it aesthetically. Like I always choose the big cannon and the coax over that. A2, A3. Oh, now this is on a different sprue. There we go. I did magnetize just to a small degree the super heavy that I had. just so I could swap out some of the barrels. But that was about the only thing. I saw somebody did, if you want to have all 8 versions of the Bane blade and showed these different ways to do it. Oh yeah, that's probably smart too for tournaments. Do you do a lot of tournaments? I have not played in one yet myself. I've only played like friendly games with folks at either at my house or at the game store where I used to live. Yeah, that's probably wise. That's probably a good idea. Okay, there. I wonder how long these guys are going to take. Like I'm averaging, it's usually 3 hours per box for me, roughly. I think the main thing with the Krieg infantry that you need to do when you're making them is, make sure you make the medic, like that's the biggest thing. And then choose the weapons you want, the heavy weapon, well, not really heavy, the medium weapons. The medic is a pretty cool figure. Actually, I mean, all the Krieg figures are pretty cool, I have to say. I'm trying to think of one sculpt that's not good. The old Rough Rider Kriegs were not that great. I did not like. Have you seen the Krieg on motorcycles? Those guys were pretty cool. Motorcycles and some with the sidecar. They were just Rough Riders, but yeah, they were like they were used as Rough Riders, but they're on motorcycles, and very cool. I mean, very World War II. The whole German aesthetic. But I have some 3D printed one. I don't have any of the original ones. I have some. What's that group? The 3D printed Stern Guard or something. They do lots of proxy Krieg stuff. Grimguard. I think it's Grimguard. But where are you at with your guys right now? It's always nice to have. Well, yeah, and the new cavalry is really nice. Those models are just really exquisite. I have to admit, I broke down and got the Krieg box when I saw them. I was like, oh, okay, I had to pre-order that. I like the engineers, the Krieg command. Yeah, Death Rise done. That command squad is really nice. I'm looking forward to painting that. So yeah, I've been on Drew right now. He is a nice figure too. Like usually, I don't like figures that have fairly elaborate bases, but his works for him. I feel it's not too elaborate, but it's very tonal. It captures that mystique. There used to be you had more 3D proxy Krieg guys, but there is a 3D proxy Krieg for Lord Solar, which was just a Krieg guy, and they took that famous painting of Napoleon and just put a gas mask on him basically and made him a Krieg guy with a saber. And it's a really beautiful sculpt. I had it and I lost it in the move. And which is one of the things one thing that like did not make it in the move, which I guess was pretty fortunate, but I still begrudge it. All right, crotch making time. This, this. Okay, thanks for stopping by, Jack. I appreciate it. It's nice to have folks to talk to when I'm doing this because assembly takes forever. It's not as engaging as painting. We'll talk to you later, man. There. Do these go on the front or the back? Oh, I need 2 more pieces. Two 32s. There's the other. There we go. See, watch me get involved in putting these guys together, then get distracted by this as an army to paint now. That's where it's easy to get distracted. Although right now I'm still thinking like, wow, I want to paint more vampires. Well, I think I heard something shuffling around outside the studio. Spooky. Okay. All right, this goes like this, and then this goes on the back here. And clicks right in there. That's nice. Well engineered. There. And then this goes on top. Smooth fit. And probably don't need to dry fit this, but it's always good to do it. Mm. Okay. Finish the groin area. Hope I don't need to shave that part off. Okay. Crotches. All right. Next. All right. So finally, page 2. That looks like a whole lot of legs. Looks like you don't have very much variation of legs. Yeah, just 2 poses. Okay. 35, 39, 30, and 16. That's 35. There's 39. 30 and 16. There's both here. Yeah, here's 30. $16 is a foot, which is right here. Okay, get the other foot. So this is one set of legs here. Only 2 poses. Oh, also, hello. We're making armigers tonight. Elverins with melta cannons. Well, I suppose I should magnetize them. I could. Could be fun. All right. So those 2 legs for one dude. Let's see. Feeties for the other guy. Yeah. So got to clean all of them. Good. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, here. Ooh, excuse me. I'm yawning. Okay. Now, what is it? 35 and 39. So this guy. Let's see. Okay, it's 39. And then the final 2 legs, obviously, or 2 pieces for the leg. Obviously, they go together. Okay, 4 legs. All set to go. I got to clean them. So we got groin, which is the front. Is that the front? No, that's got to be the front because it's got room for armor plate there. Okay, so I got to clean all the legs. We get them assembled and choose the 2 poses. Not a lot of variety there. I suppose I could shave off the guiding rods, but then I don't know, be iffy. I do need to sharpen scissors or nibs. Also, hello. We are making Armigers tonight. Helverins with the multi-cannon. Where do these go? Oh, these are pistons in the back. Interesting. Okay, one leg cleaned. Hey, Smooth Jazz. How are you? Did you have success in your shopping excursion? You did. Yeah, here we are. I am making 2 Imperial Knights, who are these little guys. Because they've been sitting on the shelf for a while. And I thought it'd be good to do them because all the other projects that I'm kind of working on are a little more esoteric and, you know, a lot of kit bashing stuff. Which might be fun, but I don't think it's a lot of fun for people to watch me as I like hem and haw looking at little bits and pieces. Oh, good. I'm glad that it went well. You're starting to yawn already. It's only what, 8:30? I had a nice day today. As you can see, wait, over here. Oh, Christmas tree still behind me. That thing is staying there till February. Oops, I took a big chunk right there. That was not good. Do I? Is it showing up? I can't see from my interface or whatever. I put a new logo for the, not thumbnail, but what is that thing, like the watermark or something? I put that in there. My wife gave me a hand with some production value. Now she's taking charge of things. You're going to see some quality stuff. Oh, hey, Channel, what's up, man? It's good to see you. How have you been? I saw that Raven Guard dude. He looks pretty sweet. Jump Captain. Smooth Jazz. That's Channel. Channel's cool. Channel has the cutest puppies. Happy New Year. We still haven't, still haven't taken down our Christmas tree. We're going to leave that sucker up for a while. But I'm just making some Armigers tonight. At least that's my plan. Because they've been sitting on the shelf for a while. And I've been working on yet more vampires. Yeah, Happy New Year. I did one night, like one of the first things I painted when I got back in the hobby. I forget what is it. It's the one that has a battle cannon and the Gatling cannon. I forget what kind it's called. But I just painted the one, and I liked it. But then I got distracted by painting Marines, you know. But I think something sort of appeals to me about doing knights because you can do them in a myriad of different colors for each, like, you know, the heraldry for each guy. So that'd be kind of fun. And you can still do like the stuff from, you know, all from one house. But I like the idea of having like a roving band of mercenaries who they each have their own heraldry. Aethon Shan. Aethon Shan is tough, dude. Have you seen his stat line and the special things he can do? He is fierce. Almost made me want to, like, you know, maybe if only I could play my Raptors as Raven Guard, you know? But no, Raven Guard got all the special rules now. Raptors just hang out and look cool. Are you gonna put up a video of him? Because he's pretty sweet. You should throw him up there. They really should. You know, I am saying that from a completely biased point of view. He's the best, but I don't know. I mean, when was the last edition that he had stats? Eighth, was it? I think eighth edition he had Forge World stats. But yeah, it's too bad. All right, time to glue these guys. All the legs. So have you actually played your Raven Guard? With, I mean, because that detachment they have now is super great. There. Let's see. All right, there's one. Let's get the others going. Trying not to get too much of this stuff on my hands. Well, still, I mean, painting's fun, relaxing. You gets you all like introspective. It'd be nice to play more, though, for sure. The last time I played was with my nephew, and we just wanted to take the biggest guns out. So he took like all the biggest Necron things that I had, and I took all the biggest Imperial Guard stuff I had, and we shot each other. Okay, see you, Smooth Jazz. Haribo gummy bears. They're yummy. But have you seen the process of making gummy bears? Pretty gross. But I don't care. But yeah, so my nephew and I, we just played like a game, and it was just rolling a bunch of dice with the biggest critters we could get and throwing them at each other. It was pretty fun, pretty hilarious. And he ended up having what is it? The Nightbringer chasing around a Baneblade that was just driving backwards, shooting him, and doing almost nothing. Which way do these go? Does it matter which way these go? I don't think it does. No, it does not. Nope, these just go in either way. Interesting. It really does. I mean, all the Necron Catan are just crazy good. I mean, I even had one. Was it Stormblade or whatever, the one with the Quake Cannon? And the Quake Cannon was like, "Ha, I got you. Ha, I wound." And then it's like, "Oh, I did 6 wounds." And they're like, "I'm okay." It's like, they are tough. But then again, part of me is like the part of me that reads the lore and stuff. I'm like, well, yeah, the Necrons should be tough, Like play balance, who cares? Necrons should be darn tough. Okay, are these already? How does this go? I need a better picture. Let's see. Okay, they have 1 toe forward, 2 in the back. So, okay. So that's how it goes, like these. And then like these. Is that right? It's got to be right. And so this goes. Yeah. So they're already pre-posed. Interesting. That's interesting. So you can basically put them on either side. Let's see. Watch the Auspex tactics videos. Yeah. Well, they have what's his name? Not Zarek. Is it Zarek? The Silent King. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look that up. I remember what you called those guys play on tabletop. They did an arena thing with a bunch of them. With like the Silent King and Angron and Mortarion and who's the other dude? I think Gazgul, but they gave Gazgul his like battle wagon and stuff, if I recall correctly. Of course, Gazgul died because battle wagon and Gazgul is not as good as, say, the Nightbringer. These little chicken legs, licking chigs. Yeah, hopefully, if they get some cool stuff going. Oh man, I did not shave that part. Did I forget to shave? Might have. Yeah, I forgot to scrape this part. What a slacker I'm being. I got that though. Let me do a quick check of the legs again because it's always disconcerting. I'm looking forward to 11th. It definitely should be a lot of fun. Okay, so that goes like that. It goes like that. Wow, that's like really straightforward. I don't remember these being quite so easy when I did them the first time. And the poor orcs just, I mean, as an army, rule, it's not very good for all of them to hit on fives, basically. And that's such a huge detriment. Poor guys. Although I saw somebody use a Stampa, where there was that one thing with the dreadnought specialization, where they got their shooting on the Stampa down to like a fours or threes or something, and they just tore through some things because they have a lot of dice to roll. If you can get their numbers down somehow. And this one goes here. Right? I think that's right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, poor orcs. I mean, it's kind of fun because that's what we're there for, right? Is we're there to roll a whole bunch of dice and watch things get taken off the board. At least orcs get that, get half of that. They get that part where they get to just roll a massive amount of dice and then maybe take a few things off the board. Yeah. But then when they get stuck in, that's all harsh. I'm glad that they're going to be in Total War 40K. Oh, do you ever joint the little figures with magnets? No. I mean, the only thing I usually use magnets for is for weapons, like just limbs. Not so much. I don't care too much about posability. Since I don't know, part of me feels like when I have them and like they can move around freely, it makes me realize that this is just plastic, and it feels kind of, I don't know, cheap for when, like, if this was just constantly going squeak, squeak, squeak back and forth, it would make me feel bad about the hobby. But okay, legs are done. Right. Oh, now I got to do, oh, what the heck? Little pistons. They should have had me put these on earlier because I have to fit them like right in the groinecological area. Little piston. I might not put on the pistons. I'm that lazy. Like as an act of outrage, I might not put on these pistons. Where are they? 24, 25, 26, 29. We'll see. And this is the crotch guard. Oh, darn it. I had the snips reversed. Means I don't have to cut again. I think it's some big try. Now this is trash. It really does. There. Crotch guard. Now pistons. Where are they? Well, these are the sprues for the guns, for the big guns. So I probably don't even need these. Or no, wait. Oh no, maybe. Pistons. Oh no, maybe they didn't include the pistons. Darn. They gotta be on here somewhere though. It was 22, 27. We were 2 squads of assault terminators. Yeah, well, yeah. Unless you have Bitsbox some spare shoulder pads, you do only get the 1 set. Or, well, no, that doesn't work. Or you could get, well, no, that Raven Guard have upgrade sprues. You could get an upgrade sprue or 2, and they have usually each of those 5 shoulder pads. No extra Terminator. Do you know if anybody has a resin printer? Because there's a lot of good, proxy shoulder pads and stuff, and that's usually pretty cheap. Like the last guy I talked to quoted like 20 cents per shoulder pad. And I cannot find these pistons. Maybe it was on the stuff I threw away. No, it is not on the stuff I threw away. Aha, there I found it. There I found it. It was just hiding. It looked like a piece of sprue. It's very tiny. Or if you have access to one, or like Etsy, you might be able to get some if you want to still do the magnetizing. This is 24. I think 25. 26. There's 25. I don't have a resin printer. I just have a FDM printer. And at first I was doing some vehicles and some figures with it, but I don't think the quality is quite good enough for vehicles or figures, unless it's a really big vehicle. But like even small bits of detail, even with the 0.2 nozzle, I found the 0.2 nozzle would just have so many errors. I just didn't have the skill with it, I guess, or the facility with it. There. Okay. Those. The rest of these. I don't know. Part of me wants to skip these. So they're tiny. But that's not the Games Workshop way. I'm gonna make it work. There. I don't know, with the current rules for assault terminators, I mean, part of me would just be like, everybody has Thunderhammers, you know, and just call it a day. Because the lightning claws, oh, the lightning claws do look cool. That's the thing. They look pretty sweet. You used to be able to put lightning claws and thunderhammers on character models, but you can't do that anymore. So it was always a thing having a Terminator captain with Storm Shield and Thunderhammer. Although Storm Shields now just give you +1 wound. But yeah, the Thunderhammers are just it's hard to beat the higher strength, the higher save modifier, more wounds, even though you hit less and have less attacks. You know, and don't you? I think you also have devastating wounds with that, which is a big deal. I always sort of feel like having higher strength is better, even though it's sometimes nice to have a lot of attacks. It's having higher strength opens up your target category. You know, you can target almost anyone. Well, if you have low strength, you're relegated to infantry. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Then again, you need to make them stealthy Terminators. You got to figure out how to do that. Stealthy ninja Terminators. You need to put silencers on their storm bolters. two sets of silencers. I have a Raptors captain that I haven't painted yet. Where he's got it's the one in Gravis armor where he's got two power fists and he's shooting one. He's like shooting one forward, and I put a silencer on the end of his power fist. I still haven't painted it because every time I look at him, I'm like I crack myself up because I'm so damn funny. But yeah, I should go get him. I don't know. The next thing I'm probably going to paint is another vampire, honestly. Kind of like that's been eating my brain. Like I have Vordry just sitting over there, primed and ready to go in multiple pieces. But no, I'm working on these little pistons that I might not even put in here. Those were one of the first 3D printed things I got off of Etsy. They are pretty cool, aren't they? Like I just like the idea of having bolt pistols that are revolvers and you just whoop them out because I figure they would focus on maintenance, you know, and they would want weapons that, you know, these are just weapons that can kill you with just a few rotating metal pieces, you know. And that's my vague idea about it. But yeah, and the revolver for Leas Isidon that came with the figure that was part of it, and I was like, and they try to like the figure, they try to make you choose sniper rifle or revolver. I was like, hell no, both, because I chopped one up and then put on both the revolver and that sniper. Okay, let's see these little things. Okay, I got to glue all these little things and then try to fit them into parts of the leg that I've already glued. We'll see if this works out okay. But I just think there's room in 40K for revolvers. Like I could see something like Cypher, yeah. Katie's next. I haven't seen him. Well, did you see that one lieutenant I did where he has the rifle and the SMG? And I was like, oh, because I saw like, oh, because it's rare you get a firearm able to go on both hands, you know, unless you chop it up. But yeah. But yeah, I'm pretty big on dual wield aesthetics. Okay. Pistons. So these kind of go like this. Oh, this might not be too bad. Yeah, this is not going to be too bad. Hopefully. Yeah, like for the longest time, every game I played, if I had the option, I would take a dual wielder just for the heck of it. I didn't care if the rules made it worse or better. Just look cool. Okay. This might be a little bit more awkward to get in there. Maybe if I have tweezers. Let's see if I can get this in there. Nope. Nope. Man. So that's always been like my comfort food while painting is just grabbing a character model and painting him up. Oh, cool. I'm not familiar with that figure. I'll have to take a look at him. KD's next. I'd do it right now, except my laptop will probably pitch a fit. I'm not doing this well. It's like, see, if I could have done this before putting the legs in, I need to basically, maybe if I go from the other angle. Okay. It was nice talking to you, Channel. That's always appreciated when you come by. You have a good night. And Happy New Year. I'm going to try this a different way. Try this. Hang it out. Nope. Maybe slathering paint glue on it so it'll stick. Take care, buddy. Let's go on, stick. Stick. Is it going to do it? Oh my God. It's doing it. Oh my God, it actually did it. Oh, don't mess this up. Mess this up. No, there, it did it. Man, that's a hassle. Hassle. All right. This one should be less so of a hassle. But the key is just slathering on glue onto there so it'll stick. And have some basic manual dexterity, which seems to be eluding me. There we go. A little bit. Yep, there we go. Nice. Please stick. Nice. Thank you, Buddha. Oh. Mike Krinkoff, you're out there. Let me see, man. Nope. Come on, you can do it. You can do it, yes. Man, technique of just slapping on tons of glue worked. There we go. Pistons. No, crotch guards. Guard. Crotch guard. Another crotch. Another crotch. Yeah. Nice. All right. Now, a mess of armor. B5, B7, C9, C7. Which is green? Which one am I doing? I'm doing green. Okay. So we need C9 and C7. Which are these? That's not right. That's not right at all. Green is supposed to be choppy chop guys. But they're showing pictures for shooty shoot guys. I'm gonna have to go check. Darn it. Okay. So shooty shoot guys, they have those armor pieces, which looks like the fleur-de-lis. So it's supposed to be, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So this is mislabeled. No, I am filled with hate. But these are the things. So, okay. So ignore the instructions, basically. Excellent. Yeah. I mean, it's mildly irritating. It's not that big a deal. So leg guards and shin guards is what I got to get out of here. It makes sense, since all these should be the one sprue, you know, all the sprue for the Helverins. Just the instructions are saying something different. It's not a big deal, really. Starting to get hungry. If only there was something to eat in the fridge. Okay. Clean these all up. Yeah, I need to sharpen that. Seriously. That is cutting rough. Rough cut. I think there's not too much more to go. I think weapons, a little bit of armor. I think that's it. Oh, the face. Face too. I don't know how complex that'll be. Oh, excuse me. Okay. This should be pretty straightforward. Okay, why not? I'm trying to glue in the wrong place. There. That's good. Wish they had more variety for armor pieces. Because if you got like 6 of these guys running around, they all have the same armor. It's kind of goofy. Right. That's not right. There, click. Oh, that's not right either over there. Yeah, that's better. And I think of armor and then weapons and their noggin. I think that's mainly it. Darn it. Okay. And this should click right in. Or not. Yeah, there. No, click. Nice. Nice. Click. There. All right. Armored growing ecological area. All right, and guns. No, not doing guns. This is for the shooty guys. I am doing choppy guys. So let's say. Well, that's a lot of stuff for the arms. Yeah, a whole bunch of don't glue this, don't glue that. Also, hello. We're doing Armiger Warglaves tonight. I think this is them. There we go. That's cool. So you have stubbers or a melta on top of their head, I think. Okay. 18. I think these are misnumbered. Maybe. Okay, 18, 19. We need 17. This. I need from the other side. For the other dude. And 17. Let's say 17. Okay, 18, 19, 17, and then we need the gun. So they don't have the numbers for the gun. I mean, I can tell which is the gun, obviously, but these instructions are just written not that well. Not that well at all. I've had like 3 misnumberings and 2 missing numbers entirely. But this looks like a gun. This should be it. Or a melta cannon, as the case may be. So hello. We are making Armiger Warglaves tonight. Or at least that's the attempt. You know, I haven't looked at the stats of this gun yet. It looks like it should probably be pretty good. This is pretty big. The best part about it, though, is I'll be able to paint that fun effect on the barrels, the heat effect. That is always fun to do. Very simple. I had to be like, yeah, that's right. I painted a heat effect. Cool. There. That's all we need for the arms, right? Yes. All we need for the right arms. Okay, so clean these up. I'm curious how far I am from finishing, because I think we're doing okay time. Like, I'll be happy if it's 3 hours, and then if I have them both done. I think we can make that. That's a big chunk. Every now and then I hear like a little rustle outside the window. I'm like, yeah, it's probably a bear. Probably wake up in the morning and see bear tracks in the snow. Not that we've seen a bear yet in the area, but that's the word on the street. It could be the raccoon. It's so cold out, though. I feel bad for him. Puppy hair. You know, it says not to glue, so you can, pose them and rearrange them, but nope. I don't still want to glue them. There, almost there. Almost cut my finger. Come on. There. Little finger. Okay. A18. This is A18, I'm pretty sure. Yes. Well, that's kind of cool. It fell right into the right spot. Click. Okay. This goes like this. Oh, I missed a spot. Okay. So this again, this goes like this. And then this goes over this. And then you attach the gun to it. Cool. I am totally gluing this in spot. I'm not going to let it wiggle or move. Because I'm a rebel. Just slather a ton of glue all over the sucker. Oops. Great. All right. Kapow. Gun. Let's do the other one. Okay. Here. Here. Okay. All right. And another gun. All right. 2 guns. Chainsaw. This is a little more complex. Instead of just 5 pieces, it has 7. So yeah. Any more pieces, I might not be able to do it. Chainsaw. I wonder what the stats are on the chainsaw. Chain blade, chain sword, chain fist. That's what it is. Okay. These pieces. Maybe 17, 22, and 18. Which comes from another sprue. Well, actually, let me get these other pieces first. These are pretty obvious. Yep, 17, 18, and 22. Very straightforward. Hey. Six pieces. I was wrong. And cannot count. Okay. Oh, 7. Duh. I get tired. Excuse me. All right. And the rest of the chain fist. And afterwards, I think, is just the head and some armor. And the stubber on top. I think that might be it. Head armor. Yeah. All right, got clean. These are rough. I really need to sharpen those nibs. I've said it like 4 times now, but that's how much it irks me. Well, it's pretty easy to sharpen them with aluminum foil. I have to look at the stats for these guys. I wish they had more weapon variety. That would be a nice thing, because like you need like 7 or 8 to field an army decently. That's a lot of overlap. Excuse me. Onto the other arm. Almost there. I was like, did I already get this one? No. Needs a lot of work. Okay. All right. This one, we need 17, 22, like that. And then this goes over top. Right. And get the other one. This. Okay. I need this and this. Okay, right. Oh, that's right. I think that's right. Pretty sure it is right. Okay. No, it says don't glue, but it's not the boss of me. So yeah. Well, you glue this before you put that part on? Yeah, I guess you do. Yes. Interesting. Okay, that's because that binds it to the other piece. Interesting. And then this goes yellow. This goes over top. We put a ton of glue. There we go. Chop, chop. Okay. So recreate it. Let's kind of move it a little. So it looks like a different pose. And this top. And this part. Wait, I almost did that wrong. Would not have been smart. What did I do? Pry it apart or burp it. All right. I think that needs to be turned out a little. All right, arms are done. Torso's mostly done. Legs are done. Let's see. Yeah, I think I'm like on the last page. So it's put the guns on, put the head on, and the little gun up top. Is there a difference between the little guns? Okay, 2 is a Melta. 3 is a stubborn. Yeah, stubborn. So we do the Melta because that makes more sense. I don't know. Stubbers are fun though. But not Meltas. So that's what we got to get. Where is it? 5 and 6 off of here. I was just talking about the philosophy of getting high strength weapons over rate of fire. Makes sense to me. Yeah, I think I'm going to be done before the 3-hour limit. I think if I've just got the heads, the melta guns, some armor pieces, I think. Yeah, armor pieces. He's got a myriad of heads. Okay. There. What else do we need? So we got 4 different scalps. I really do wish they had more variety for the Armigers because I think most people field like 6 of them in an army. Really only don't have much variation. Okay. And then we need a 14 and 13, which is over here. Well, that's the head. I didn't know that was the head. I thought it was another piece of an arm. Interesting. You don't get a lot of extra stuff either. Well, you get a bunch of autocannons if you don't make the shooty guys. Still. All right, heads, guns, shoulder pads. See, also inherently, you see these guys have fleur-de-lis. Wow. The Warglaves, Helverins, I think it's there. They have skulls. Skulls are better. Just in the hierarchy. Of heraldry, excuse me. There we go. This should be the final pieces. Just gotta clean them up. It's nice to be in the home stretch. I did not cut that close at all. Very rough. And so we just got the heads, melt the guns on the back and shoulder pads. That's it. And attach everything. So bodies and arms attached to the legs. Ooh. Some dogs upset out there. Probably is a bear. Also, hello. We are making some armigers tonight. And we're on the home stretch. Should be done shortly. If all goes well, knock on wood. All right. I'm gonna the fuel to the meltas. I think it's just a regular melta gun, but it's always good just to have an extra, like, what, strength 8 hit for the heck of it. Doesn't feel like it's going in right. It seems like it. And this is their head. Hey, Smooth. How's it going? Should be done soon. We're on the home stretch. Got to touch faces to these guys. Well, I gotta do more than just attach faces. I mean, I've got to put them all together, but all their pieces are together for the most part. Like I'm gluing their faces on. I gotta put all the different stuff on the body itself. Look at this little guy, he's angry. Can you see him? Angry. Okay, so first we take the torso. I put the gun on the torso. Pointing it straight ahead. I'm gonna have to drill that barrel later. I know. It's a rare treat, Smooth. Yeah, that guy's face. Did you ever really look at the creature from the Black Lagoon? Like the makeup for it is actually surprisingly really well done. Like the guy's gills like actually go blah blah. I was watching the Revenge of the Creature the other day, and I was like, I stopped and actually looked at it for a little bit. I was like, man, that I mean, for that period of time, that was a good practical effect. Okay, so now the gun. They say don't glue this in. I'm gluing this in. Okay, maybe I'm not. I'll just leave it there. Fine, I won't glue it in. Like this. There. Chop. Well, I never saw the creature from the Black Lagoon or the Revenge. I saw it on Mystery Science Theater. So at least I'm not that old. There we go. Chop. Now his face. All right. And then torso. This feels kind of weak. I might actually use super glue. Oh, I'll give it a chance without. I was worried that it doesn't have a very strong contact point. Now we wait. Maybe. Okay. I'm gonna let that dry for a little bit. Stay. Do the same over here. And just slather it with glue. Hold this one for a little bit. Or I could let gravity do it for me. Okay, stay there. How's this one? Seems all right. All right, shoulder pads. Ah, it helps if you put them the right way up. There. Okay. other shoulder pads. Okay, that guy, well, he needs to be on his base, but he's mostly done. Stick. There. There we go. Good. Stay. Right, and the bases. Actually apply some pressure to this, because I seem to always have problems with getting the bases to stick with the Tamiya glue. Sometimes I go back to super glue, but this is supposedly best practice. You stay for a bit. Next, this guy now. No. There's my answer. No. But no, it's usually you can paint the base around. I mean, you can also there are some people who you can set up the base, like you do the sculpting. People will put cork on there or stuff. But then a lot of times it's also good to set up around the base because you do a lot of painting around it, and then you can incorporate, weathering and dirt and grime, and you connect that with the base. It's just also the base gives you something to hold on to while you're painting it, but also sometimes use a paint handle, which you lock the base into the paint handle. So that's why I like to have a base. But some people do some work on the base before they connect it. Yeah, there we go. Let's see if this is relatively stuck. Relatively stuck. Okay. So there we have our two guys for tonight. Ta-da. Now I'm done. I'm going to clean up. And thanks for stopping by, Smooth. I will talk to you later. And that's for everybody. And I'm going to, let's go close this up so I can say goodnight properly. There. So good night tonight. I had a lot of fun. It was good to talk to folk. And I will see you all later. And I think I'll work on the vampires next. All right. You all have a good night. Bye-bye.